Hey guys, Dimension Jump. Today we're doing my top 5 favourite video game spin-offs. Now, within video games there are a lot of spin-offs here and there, and I feel like that the spin-offs, I feel like video game spin-offs are quite nice and enjoyable because you're basically playing a game that's like kind of like a spin-off to like the main game. So like if you take, let's say, the Mario Kart series, that's basically just Mario characters racing about on different tracks, and and today I'm going over some of my favourite. So for number 5, it's Pokmon Tournament. Now, what I like about Pokmon Tournament is that it's basically like Smash Brothers, but instead of you fighting other people with other characters from, like, you know, the Mario series, the Zelda series, or the Metroid series, you're basically having Pokemon. And you basically fight with them, and I think it's quite enjoyable. And I do like how you can use, you can use up to 3 Pokemon at a time, and I think that's really nice and enjoyable because like you can basically just use various moves and various ways of fighting other players. One of the few things that I find not enjoyable, kind of, is the way that the camera moves, kind of, because there are 2 sort of ways in which the camera is used. So there's the main sort of like 3D sort of usage, in which you can basically just go all around the map and stuff. Then it kind of shifts to some more like a Street Fighter type angle, and I kind of find that to be a bit annoying at times. But I do enjoy playing Pokmon Tournament from time to time, and I think it's nice, and it's just like, you know, a different way to play Pokemon. For number 1 is Mario Party. Now, Mario Party is well known for being like the breaker of friendships, and I've played Mario Party a couple of times with friends, and there have been times in which, you know, one of us has won, and by getting one of the bonus stars by like sheer luck. And I feel like that's really, I think one of the things that makes Mario Party such an enjoyable game, and it's such an enjoyable series, is that it's the way that you play with your friends and how you can just screw them over, kind of. So if you've got, like, let's say you land on like a space, and it's basically, let's say a space in which you can like steal a star from one of the players, and you can take the star, and then let's see if that same player can take one of your stars. And I think that's like a really cool way of just, like, you know, playing the game. And I also like a lot of the mini games, especially in the in Super Mario Party for the Switch, and how like you can basically just, like, you know, play a lot of games that require like different use stuff like the motion controls on the Joy-Con and that sort of thing. And I just really enjoy Mario Party, and I think it's really nice. For number 3 is Luigis Mansion. Now, with Luigi's Mansion, I do enjoy this sort of spin-off. It's like basically like you're in the Mario world, but you're playing as Luigi, and I think that's a nice, enjoyable sort of game, because I've been playing Luigi's Mansion 3, and with that game, I think it's really enjoyable and fun, because I feel like the Luigi's Mansion series is one of those spin-offs in which you don't have to have played any of the main Mario games, but and even if you've played, like, let's say the first or second or maybe even third Luigi's Mansion game, and you might have played 1 or 2 Mario games, you might recognize, you know, Toad, Mario, Peach, some Boots, and stuff like that. And I feel like Luigi's Mansion is like one of those 3 games in which you didn't have to have played the main series of games, main Mario games a lot. But yeah, and I do like how it's got this it's got a sort of Ghostbustery type feel to it, in which Luigi can like suck up ghosts, as well as money around the different mansions that he's in. And I do like how in Luigi's Mansion 3 you basically go to different floors and just find the different ghosts and boos and stuff like that, so you can get more. And I do like how at the end you get like this final sort of picture or something of like some of the different mansions that are rebuilt after getting the game, depending on how much money that you collected throughout the game. And I think that's really cool and interesting. For number 2 is Mario Kart. Now, what I like about Mario Kart is that it's kind of like Mario Party in terms of you can a lot of the things you can do can really screw over your friends or your family or something like that if you're playing in a group, because you've got items like the banana skin, the blue shells, the green shells, the bombs, the bullet bills, the blue shell, that sort of thing. And you can use all of these different items to like really to try and get into first place and try and beat your opponents. And I do like a lot of the maps and the tracks you can do. Like you've got the standard beginning map. You've got Rainbow Road. You've got the retro tracks on some of the cups, and I do like how each cup has a different uses different elements and uses different things to play. And especially with the latest one, Mario Kart 8 as well as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I do like how it uses the anti-grav in some of the tracks, and I think the anti-grav is a real nice part of Mario Kart 8 as well as the Switch version. And I do like how in the DLC cups, that being the Triforce Cup, the Super Bell Cup, the Bell Cup, it's the Animal Crossing Cup, and I think the Egg Cup, they have 2 retro tracks and 2 new tracks, and I think that's really cool and interesting and a nice sort of mix of old tracks and new tracks. And for number 1 is Hyrule Warriors. Now, what I like about Hyrule Warriors is that it's basically a nice sort of different way to play Zelda, because if you look at the Legend of Zelda series, the main one, the main series, that's basically you just go into different dungeons and just fighting the boss in each one, and then fighting the final boss, and that is enjoyable. And I also like the way that you play Hyrule Warriors itself, because it takes the formula of the Legend of Zelda series in that you have to fight all of these different guys and then fight the final boss and that sort of thing, but it doesn't. It focuses more on the fighting than it does on stuff like the dungeon and puzzles and stuff like that. And I do enjoy how you can play as different characters, because in the original Hyrule Warriors, as well as the 3DS and the definitive edition one, you can play as characters like Link, Zelda, Impa, Minda, Fi, and various other characters from the Zelda series. And with the Age of Calamity version, you can play a lot of the characters that were brought into Breath of the Wild, so again Link, Zelda, Impa, as well as the champions like Daruk, Rivali, Mipha, Urbosa, and a bunch of other characters that you see throughout Breath of the Wild. And I do like how each game, with the original one, it has its own story, and it brings in new characters like Lana and Sia. I think those characters are really cool and really interesting, and yeah, I think it would have been. I think if Nintendo do ever want to try and connect in big air quotes the first Hyrule Warriors to the main series, then they could possibly bring in Sia and Lana, possibly, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. But with Age of Calamity, I do like how you see this other side of some of the champions, like Rivali, Urbosa, Mipha, and Daruk, something that we didn't really quite get in Breath of the Wild. And I do like how this Age of Calamity kind of connects with Breath of the Wild and kind of shows us some of the events of what happened 100 years before the events of Breath of the Wild. And I think Hyrule Warriors is a nice, decent spin-off. So that's been my list for the top 5 favourite video game spin-offs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.